Now, when we are speaking sentences, we sometimes take a pause, or how do we come to know that the sentence has ended? For that purpose, we use punctuation marks. Now, punctuation are symbols, marks or stops used in writing in order to enable the reader to understand the meaning clearly. The proper use of punctuation, capital letters and indentations give more clarity and sense to the passage or the speech. So, what are the different marks of punctuation? Full stop, comma, semicolon, colon, question mark, inverted commas, apostrophe, mark of exclamation. All these marks and their symbols are given here. So, what are the uses of punctuation marks, the different types of punctuation marks? We will first look at full stop, like this. Now, full stop is used for the following occasions: to end a statement or a command. For example, he is working in a factory. After initials or abbreviations, for example, he is an MA, B.Ed, PhD. What are these MA, B.Ed and PhDs? These are abbreviations of degrees. Then the next punctuation mark is comma. Comma is used for the following occasions: after an introductory phrase and a clause. For example, as far as I am concerned, I can complete it alone. Then another usage is to separate a statement from a question tag. For example, this news is true, isn't it? Then before and after a word of apposition. For example, Anil Kumble, the captain of Indian cricket team, is a dependable bowler. Then again, to separate a reported speech. For example, Ankit said, I shall not come to school tomorrow. Another usage is to separate word in the series. For example, I bought some books, pens, notebooks and pencils from the stationery. Then it is also used to separate a clause in the series. For example, I do not know who he is, how he got in and why he is here. Then it is also used to set off a noun of address. For example, Father, will you give me a bike please? Another usage is to separate the parts of a date, like on December 10, 2015, my son took birth. To also separate a special expression like yes, oh, no, etc. Example, yes, what do you expect from me? So, this was the different kinds of uses of the comma. Now, we will see semicolon, a dot and a comma beneath that dot. The semicolon marks a greater pause than that indicated by a comma. Semicolon is used when the coordinating conjunctions do not appear between the principal clauses and the coordinate clauses. For example, we shall compete the match, we will get the prize. Mr. Gupta was a very kind person. Unfortunately, he died at the age of 40. Now, let us look at the usage of colon. So, for colon you have two dots, one under the other. Colon is used to illustrate and to explain a statement. The colon marks a greater pause than that indicated by a semicolon. For example, Gandhiji said, one should never tell a lie. Another example, the main kinds of punctuations are the following: full stop, comma, question mark, etc. Now let us come to the question mark. The primary purpose of question mark is to indicate that the sentence is a question. It is also useful for demonstrating surprise, skepticism, uncertainty and the unknown. Examples: when will you come? Have you taken your dinner? Is this your raincoat? What were you doing? So the next punctuation marks are the inverted commas. Now inverted commas are used to mark the beginning and end of a direct speech. It is also used to mark off a word or phrase that is being discussed. For example, we must do our duty. The teacher said, hard work is the key to success. Now another punctuation mark is the apostrophe. It is used to show possession. It is used to show a thing or person that belongs or relates to someone or something. So it is also used as contraction. So two purposes: one is possession and the other is contraction. For example, the women's shoes, the dog's tail wagged rapidly. Third, yesterday's weather was dreadful. Fourth, don't make a noise. Now we will look at the mark of exclamation. The exclamation mark is used to end sentences that express an exclamation. Something shouted or spoken very loudly, or something that assumes the writer. For example, oh, that hurt. Hooray, we won the match. Look up there, she yelled. What a beautiful girl she is. Now let us see, where do we use capital letters? Capital letters are used for the following things or occasions. First, every sentence starts with a capital letter. Second, a proper noun begins with a capital letter. Third, an interjection begins with a capital letter. Fourth, degree and title begins with a capital letter. Fifth, each line of a poem begins with a capital letter. Sixth, quotations begin with capital letter. Seventh, the first person pronoun I is always written in capital letter. So I hope now punctuations are absolutely clear to all of us.